have any questions that you may have. So here, pre-K, A to Z. Again, my name is Miss Darlene and Miss Jennifer Jenkins, my para. This is our classroom. I know that you guys are not able to, unfortunately, get to come and visit your classroom with your children, but we wanted you to be able to at least see what our classrooms look like and where they're coming every day. So we can't wait to have them in our class. This is Miss Jenny Davis's room, Miss Jenny, Miss Bonnie, and this is Miss Shawn. So those are her two paras. And this is her classroom where you guys, where all the fun happens, learning. And then, okay, so we're not going to read word for word. We're just going to kind of highlight. So on this slide, we went over absences, breakfast, communication, dismissal. Those are the four kind of main parts. Absences, if your child's absent for any reason, please be sure that the day they return that we have a written note stating why they were absent or a doctor's note for them to be able to return. As far as communication, for communication is very important. The two main ways that we communicate is through their folders, which will go back and forth home each day. There'll be a calendar, a monthly calendar, a reading log, and a kind of an optional homework calendar that you and your child can participate and engage in. Those different activities. And the other way is through Google Classroom, and we'll go over Google Classroom a little towards the end of our slideshow. You'll see our email addresses there.
Darlene, would you mind asking everyone to mute themselves? It's hard to hear with the background noise.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
If everybody can please mute themselves, it'll be able for everyone to be able to hear. I think we got it. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. And we can go to the next slide. Do you want? Okay. E's for emergency card. That's very important that we have that back as prompt as we send that home the first day. If you can get that back to us the very next day, we would appreciate it. Any health needs that your child, if they're allergic to anything, please contact the office and let them know so that we can be aware of any allergies they may have or medicines that we need to know of. Field trips, we are due to COVID, we're not having any field trips at this time. They are postponed. And G is for Google Classroom. And again, we're going to go over that a little bit more towards the end of our slide. We have how to access it, but it's just another way that we're going to communicate. That's going to be we're going to kind of use it as our web page and where we can easily communicate and share information with you. We as pre-K do not have access to JPAMs, so Google Classroom is going to be our way of communicating. So our newsletter, announcements, learning activities that we'll put in your folder will also be uploaded to our Google Classroom, and we'll give you that information at the end on how to access that. And germs, G is for germs, so just our school, I don't know if you had a chance to go, but Mr. O has posted a wonderful video for you. It kind of goes over the school policies and kind of what we're doing to keep your child and staff safe here at Fifth Ward. And you can watch that. I do believe it also goes into car line procedure. Does it go over car line? I think there's another video on okay, in the general session. So if you go to Fifth Ward's homepage, webpage, and you click on the virtual welcome back, meet and greet, you can click on that and see the general guidelines that we are putting in place here at Fifth Ward. Yes, ma'am. I know we're kind of going kind of fast. Again, if you have any questions, you can write them in the chat box. We just want to make sure that we're kind of going through all of it. We only have 40 minutes for our entire discussion, so before it cuts us off. So we don't want to, we definitely want to give you time for questions and just feedback and to get to visit with you a little bit longer at the end. H, half day, independence, jackets, keeping updated. Those are just some other, you can kind of read over that. Independence, we definitely try to encourage independence here in our classroom, getting them to be confident in their abilities, tying, zipping, dressing. So if they come home with their jacket upside down, they did it themselves. So we're just going to celebrate those accomplishments. Jackets. One of the main things I can say about jackets is just if they come to school with a jacket or sweater, just make sure everything's labeled with their name inside of it. And K is just keeping updated. Again, we try to keep you updated as much as possible through either email, through our communication folders. The main way we do, like I said, we do a weekly newsletter, which goes over all of our objectives, our book that we're reading, essential questions, what we're doing, and math, our math objectives, any kind of announcements we may have, it will all go in our newsletter. Again, we have a monthly calendar, reading log, and all that will be in their folder. So on this slide, we're going LMNO, lunch. You can kind of read over that. I know for the school, they're really wanting to utilize the My Payments Plus with any kind of payments. So as far as lunch money, if you pay tuition, any kind of money that comes through and can be used, to please use the My Payments Plus. And that is right here. I'm sitting there pointing to it with my cursor like they can see it, but that would be you, Jenny. So, and that's the link that you can go to. Mathematics, there's plenty of opportunities to go over math with our calendar and singing, well, I don't know, I was gonna say singing songs. We'll do that outside. Just within centers, and just lots of opportunities for them, those hands-on learning opportunities. We've kind of gone over newsletters. Naps, we do take a nap every day, usually for about 60 minutes. We have provided, or the pre-K program, early childhood program, has provided their mats for them this year, in addition to all their school supplies. The only thing that your child would need would be a book bag large enough to fit their folder. And I want to say paper towels, Kleenex, and that would be the only other thing. If for mats, they can bring a light or small blanket, but it has to be small. And I would show you, hold on. I was gonna say, Jenny, it's pretty small, so it just has to be kind of a small blanket, because sometimes it does get a little cool in here. The cubby is quite small, and it has to fit their blanket and their extra set of clothes. So in addition, they can also bring like a little stuffed animal or something to sleep with. That's good. Are you looking for a blanket? Oh, no. Or if you're, it's just like our bucket's kind of small, so it's not very big. So this is what their blanket and their extra set of clothes needs to fit in. And this is just a very thin blanket that we have, and it kind of fits in there, and their extra set of clothes. So you can kind of see there's not a whole lot of room. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. You're welcome. I know my Vanna. Going on outdoor gross motor, we try to go outside every day for at least 45 to 60 minutes. Those babies need to be able to move, and so we try to give them that opportunity twice a day, depending. Sometimes during the summer we go out early in the morning. We'll break it up into smaller sessions. In the fall, I kind of like to do one large kind of 45-minute kind of afternoon, because they just enjoy their time so much, and it's so nice outside. So I try to, it changes. So during that outdoor time. So we can go ahead. PQRS, parental involvement. We definitely encourage parental involvement, and I know it's going to kind of look a little different this year. And we appreciate you joining our live Zoom meeting. And bearing with us. And yes, and bearing with us during this time, because this is definitely new to all of us. We both feel, even though we've been teaching for so long, we feel like brand new teachers. This is our first year teaching, because we're definitely, you and me, we're in this together. We're learning together. So thank you. So it might look a little different. Unfortunately, at this time, parents are not permitted at school, but engaging with your children at home, doing family, we try to give different various family engagement opportunities, participating in those at-home learning experiences, and that's just to name a few. PTA, we encourage you to join our PTA. So thank you. Questions, always, oh, that's okay. Questions, if you have any questions, please just email us at any time. We are here for you. We want your child to be successful. We're here for you, your child. We are a family here at Fifth Ward, and I truly mean that. When that's the kind of environment that we try to establish here in our classroom. So when they join, we're a family. You know, we're kind to each other. We're oh, what? No, I was like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. So anyway, snacks. Okay, questions. Reading is important. Snacks. We're unsure about snacks at this time. I believe at this time we're just going to ask you to please just provide a snack for your child each day. If that changes, we'll let you know. In the past, we've had kind of like a little donation calendar, and if you're able to donate individually wrapped snacks, you can do that. And we have like a little calendar, and if you're able to donate snacks on that day, that you will just bring snack and juice for all children on that day. But right now I'm unsure if we're allowed to have snacks brought in. So we're still finding out about that. But yes, for now, if you can just bring your child, provide snack for your child each day, and a water bottle. Because the water fountains are closed, so they will need to provide their own drink water. And we do have water bottles here if they happen to forget, or yes, so we have that for them. I'm going to go Scholastic books. That's we encourage you to maybe we send home Scholastic book orders once a month, and that is, we try to provide books each month for your children, and you earn points, and that's typically how it helps provide that funding for those books that we purchase for your children each month. And it's a great way to encourage that daily reading and to build their little library at home. So tuition, uniforms, and V is for volunteers, and that's kind of self-explanatory. I don't want to go too much in there. Transportation, I am going to touch on that. I do know that's a big, any kind of transportation change needs to be made a day in advance in the office. So if they're bus and they need to be car, it needs to be made a day in advance, and it needs to be made in the front office. Uniforms, visitors, and again, unfortunately, visitors are not permitted at this time. And again, I hope that changes soon. Oh, I do know if you are checking your child out, you will have to stay in your car and call the office, and the office, I guess, will assist you in what you need to do. Yeah. So just wanted to mention that very quickly. W, X, Y, and Z, just those wet clothes. If you could please send an extra set of uniform for your child labeled with their name and each, their shirt, their pants, their undies, their socks. Yep, socks. Because they do get misplaced. When they go to pull it out, they fall on the ground. So if you could just please label everything. And we like to keep an extra set of clothes. I know some may say, well, my child doesn't have accidents. Sometimes it's just spilling a drink or juice or puddle, or things happen. So, and it's just, it would be best for you, because then we wouldn't have to stop and call you and have you bring clothes. And so it's here, and it's already provided. X, I just wanted, we are super excited to have you in our class. We are glad to be back at school. I can't wait to meet my little Falcons, Miss Jenny and I and Miss Jennifer. We are all super excited, and we're definitely looking forward to having a great year. Your ideas are definitely important to us. So please, if you have any questions, concerns, please let us know. Miss Jenny had the start dates.
Got it. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. The safe start days, you can find your child's last name. That will be the day they will start. They will come the whole day. So if they come on one day, they will not come the rest of the week. And then they all will start on the 14th. And then, yeah, all pre-K students will start on Monday, September 14th. So, and then this is the last slide, and it is how to access Google Classroom. Again, this is another main way that we are going to communicate. And we are going to send this page home for you to have with your student's ID number. So you will have that. We just kind of wanted to show you, and you can kind of read to see, and this will go home. So I guess I won't go totally over all the steps because you can do that when you get there. But it's really neat. I think it's definitely, going to be a great way to share information with each other. And we can also do family engagement activities through Google Classroom. Like we can do a little poll or quiz. We're going to do an activity. Would your child like to do this or this? And have them vote, kind of as just a different little way to kind of communicate with you. There's just different activities and different,
just a different way of delivering.
Right, delivering our lessons. So I don't know how much longer we have, Jenny. I'm trying to, that's pretty much it.
So I think we probably have about 10 minutes.
Okay, so we have about 10 minutes. As far as curriculum wise, we have state standards just like kindergarten, first grade. We have state standards and objectives. We use OWL curriculum. We also have class visit environment, class visits. Anyway, don't need to go into all that. But I just kind of wanted to let you know what curriculum we do, what we use here at our school, here at Fifth Ward, or actually our state, our district. So,
at this time, we're going to
yes.
end our...
At this time, we are going to end the recording.
Slideshow.
So, and